Hello guys, I'm Spicy Bill and this is going to be a review on the TBLeague Athene 1/6 scale action figure, also known as Athena. TBLeague is formerly known as Picen or Phicen. It's spelled Phicen, but it's pronounced Picen because it's Cantonese. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the box real quick. This is actually a very nice box. So obviously we got the TBLeague logo here. Here we have the side of the box, and here we have the back of the box to tell you what you get with the figure. And here it's the UPC, and here we have the Made in China logo, warning labels, and stuff like that. This is recommended for ages 15 and up. However, due to a certain sculpted anatomy, I would not recommend giving this to anyone under the age of 18. I'm just saying. Okay, I have actually had one of my channels terminated for featuring some of these products. I actually made a whole separate channel in 2018 featuring some of these products because a lot of them were sponsored by one of my customers. And unfortunately, YouTube doesn't like it because I guess they don't like kids looking at this kind of stuff. And, you know, to be fair, I totally understand it. But either way, let's go ahead and get on with the review. Okay, so there we go. Obviously, she's all armored up, but still very, well, it is what it is. So anyway, we have it actually comes with this ginormous pillar right here. This thing actually acts as a stand. We got the pegs right here, so she can stand on it. It's a little bit excessive, but whatever. It's very nicely painted and it's pretty heavy, and it's got the TBLeague logo right here, if you can see that. Very nice. For accessories, she has a shield right here. I think that's the head of Medusa. Just gonna take a look at that real quick. It's a very nice looking shield. This thing is plastic, it's not like metal or anything. And she has her spear. See if I can reach back there and grab it. Ooh, there we go. This is more like a banner and a spear kind of thing. You can try to remove the banner, but it might be a little bit difficult. I mean, it's pretty much like just permanently attached to the tip of this spear thing. So, yeah, I guess this is her symbol. She's like the goddess of wisdom or something like that. I think that's what she is. Goddess of she's like a goddess of a lot of things. So yeah, it's I think Zeus's favorite daughter, I guess. So anyway, yeah, if you're into Greek mythology. So there we go. That's her banner. I have the hand already attached to it. So what you want to do is this thing actually comes apart like that, like right here. So basically, what you want to do is slip the hand through the this part right here, and then you connect this part like you slip this whole entire section. Let me show you. Yeah, you attach your hand first, and then you slip these through the loops, and then you connect it to the spear like that. So anyway, let's go ahead and just remove that real quick, and there we go. There's the I'm probably never ever gonna use this thing because this isn't even my figure. This is a loaner from my customer, or one of the sponsor of this channel, the guy who edits my video. So big shout out to Robin for lending me this figure. I have actually reviewed this figure before in my other channel. Unfortunately, it was terminated. So, and I sold the figure because yeah, I don't really have much use for, you know, figures like this. It's really nice, but you know, I'm a Hot Toy fanboy. I'm very biased toward other brands besides Hot Toys, and I will do a comparison of this figure and the Hot Toys Wonder Woman in the later video. So anyway, other accessories would be the sword right here. Now this is actually something really nice. We got this plastic scabbard, and we got this loop right here, so you can actually attach this to her belt. And the sword is very nice. Let's go ahead and move that out. Yeah, So you got the sword that goes into the scabbard like that. Yeah, this thing is actually die-cast metal. So this is something that they do that's a little bit better than Hot Toys. Very nice. The heel is still plastic, kind of like a soft rubbery plastic. Yeah, and then you have to get the hand to wrap around the handle, which is kind of a pain in the butt. But you have the same problem with other brands like Hot Toys, and pretty much anything that has a gripping hand is gonna be a pain in the butt to get into a handle when it comes to the scale anyway. So there we go. She also have a tiara right here. You can like change her looks. You can remove the helmet and go with the tiara if that's what you like. So let's go ahead and take a look at the hand options. Obviously, we got 2 of these gripping hands right there, 2 gripping hands. And we have 2 of these, I guess, expressive hands. Yeah, they pretty much throw this in with almost every TBLeague figure. I think it originally started with Vampirella, because you can see the nails and stuff like that. It's like one of her like come here kind of thing. Like, yeah, trying to seduce you or something like that. But yeah, they include it with all their figures. And we have 2 of these open hands. So there we go. And I noticed, you can see this thing's kind of bent a little bit. So yeah, if you move it like this, you can see that there's like a slight curvature, because this thing is kind of like a softer plastic. And let's see, the sword, yeah, this sword is bent. You can see that it's not perfectly straight. I had the same issue with another Hot Toy figure, the Snake Eyes figure. The metal katana comes out like this. So I think it's not a QC issue. It's just the way the metal is like placed in the box, and like the pressure just end up bending the sword. So that's I think that's very common. You see that a lot when it comes to just like metal parts and figures and stuff like that. That's why Hot Toys uses they use like plastic for all their swords. It's easier to bend back into shape. You just heat it up. So there we go. You have that. I don't think leaving it in the scabbard will solve the problem. Yeah, it's not gonna bend it back into shape, so you're just stuck with that, unfortunately. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and move this out of the way and take a look at the figure. So let's get rid of the shield. You have a strap here that goes onto the forearm, and then we got a grip right here. This is supposed to be used with the gripping hand, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. Shield's very nice. I like the scope work here. The sculpt here, it looks nice, but it seems a little soft, especially around the crest area. This is not like super, the line isn't like super deep or anything. But around the outside, everything else looks pretty good. So yeah, still very nice. Okay, so we'll take a look at the armor real quick. All right, let's go ahead and remove her helmet and take a look at the helmet. These figures have pretty solid articulation, so they're actually pretty good when it comes to the articulation department. Although, to be honest with you, you kind of want to be gentle with these kind of figures, because like I say, if you watch any of my previous videos, if you're too rough with the joints, you can rip the metal inner frame or metal inner skeleton can rip through the metal inner joint can rip through the silicone skin if you're a little bit too rough with it. So just be careful with that. You don't want to force anything. Okay, so here we have the helmet. Scope work on this is pretty okay. Yeah, right here, this is pretty good. It's definitely a lot better down here. This looks pretty good. This thing is made from like a softer pliable plastic material. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's very nice. I can see why the scope is a little bit soft because it's since it's made on this type of material, so it is what it is. Okay, so she also have this armor that goes around her neck. This is very nicely done, although this one right here seems a little bit bent. Let's see if I can move that back into shape. Well, you probably want to heat. I probably want to heat this up a little bit and then just move it down. Yeah, that looks a little weird. Okay, and we have all the very nice sculpt work here on this piece. Also got a mesh that goes inside, so you can see that. That's pretty good. We got the shoulder armor, which is very nicely sculpted. Again, it's made from the shoulder armor is made from the same material. Sculpt work is all there, very nice. We also have the I guess the what's that? What do you call these? Like the arm guard or something like that? Yeah, got one right here. It's pretty good. It's pretty decent. So, yeah. It's a band that goes around the bicep, so that's okay. I think I have mine a little bit too high. Maybe I want to move it down a little bit. I don't know. I'll just move it up. I think this is fine. Okay. Anyway, and then we got these rubber straps that goes around her chest. We got a very nice sculpted detail right here for the strap. This is like, I don't know, some people call it fan service. I think this is just like, this figure is definitely made for guys, because like, I mean, just take a look at that. Like, who dresses like this in combat? Who goes into combat dressing like this? I don't care if she's a goddess or not. This is just this figure is definitely designed to satisfy certain male curiosities or male fantasies. So anyway, we have the back of the belt. You can see this is pretty much, they're just pretty much the same thing. This one's a little bit bigger, and we got a chain that goes around there. The sculpt work's all very nice. Same thing here, although this seems a little soft, but it's still okay. Yeah. And then we got these rubber material, not rubber material, leather material that goes around her crotch area. Of course, it's fully covered, so we don't have any issue until you look over here. Then you see something I don't want to talk about. So yeah, I think the bell always like to ride up a little bit higher, so you definitely need to just fiddle around with it a little bit. And yeah, I find these very annoying. I wish she didn't have these. It really gets in the way. Okay, and then we have the knee armor right here. Again, sculpt work is very nice. Yeah, it's not soft. This is actually pretty sharp. Can say the same for the leg armor. This thing just clips onto the lower leg, the calves. So you can see that. Some parts are pretty sharp. Some parts are kind of soft. Like this area here is a little soft. Okay, and then we have the feet right here. The feet is actually attached via a metal ball joint in here. I'm pretty sure there's like a feet in here, and then they just stuck it onto the boot. If you remove this, there's probably like a normal feet in here. This is technically this is a seamless figure, but the hands, there's a seam right here. There's a seam right here. There's a ball joint in here that goes into the feet, and then there's a seam right here for the neck. So you can definitely see that. Okay, so the sculpt work on the feet it's okay. There's also back here on the heel. It's pretty good. Seems yeah, this is pretty good. And it's all the armor parts has a wash on it, so very nice. Okay, as always, just like any figure with rooted hair, the hair is always a mess. You probably should put like some product on it. Water is not gonna do anything. So if you want to like style it and make sure like none of these like these just have a little strands everywhere like that. You're gonna have to use some hair product. It will hold it down. Like it will just be perfect. I've done that a lot with a lot of my hot toy figures that have rooted hair. It's just unfortunate. I personally prefer sculpted hair, but some people like rooted hair. So whatever. It all depends on the person. Let's go ahead and attach a tiara. I think she does look better with the tiara on. Yeah, I think this is a better look overall than having the helmet. Make sure the tiara goes on here. Okay, now a lot of people have the problem with this head sculpt. Basically, if you look at the eyes, one eye looks like it's higher than the other. I don't know if you guys can see that. It looks a little crooked. The sculpt work is actually based on a real person. I don't know the name of the actress, but TBLeague uses head sculpt a lot on a lot of their figures. This head sculpt has also been used on like one of the other figures. So yeah, it's actually based on a real person. This is like I don't know how to call it. There's an actual medical condition. People do actually have. Some people actually have like asymmetrical faces, where one of the eyes is a little bit higher than the other eye. I think one of the actresses from the 90s show 90210, I think Shannon Doherty, has that same condition where her face is not symmetrical. It's like asymmetrical. So yeah, that's what my wife told me. So thank you. Okay, so all right, and I think that is pretty much it. Let's go over the articulation real quick. So anyway, I think I went over the articulation in one of my other figures, but we'll go through this one real quick anyway. Obviously, the feet is on a ball joint, so you can do anything a ball joint can do. The knee is double jointed, so that is pretty nice. Right there, you can get a lot of range of motion right there. Again, these bodies are very good for articulation, and since this one is new, it's pretty stiff. But after a while, the inner stainless steel skeleton can get quite loose. So just be aware of that. Technically, she has a thigh cut right there. You can rotate that, but I wouldn't use it too much. The legs can kick all the way up. Like the articulation on these things are just insane. All right. You probably get more articulation if you get rid of this belt. The leg can just go all the way up. So yeah. To the point that it might be a little bit too extreme for this channel. So I'm not gonna demonstrate any more of that. We do have an ab crunch right there. Ab crunch is pretty good. She can lean back as well, like that. So, yeah, that's just very nice. You're never gonna get that from a hot toy body. So, that's why a lot of people swap out the hot toy body with the TBLeague body. Although it doesn't always fit. Some of the outfits would just not work with TBLeague bodies, especially Wonder Woman. Like the Wonder Woman figure is designed specifically based around Gal Gadot's body type, and her body type is nothing like any of the body that TBLeague has in their in their catalog. So it's a little bit unfortunate. You have to modify her outfit. Okay, and shoulders can go out. Obviously, the arm can go all the way up due to it's a very nice. I think it's like a ball joint, so it can go all the way up like that. Also got the swing up. You have the butterfly joint right there, so that's definitely nice. I think it works on the same ball joint, so Oh no, it actually has a butterfly function. There's another joint in here, so that's really good. So you can bring it all the way back like that. It's kind of hard to see, but anyway, we do have double jointed elbows like that, so that's really good. And obviously the hand is on the ball joint. And we have a neck joint, so you can bring that back and forward like that. And then the head is on a ball joint. So you can rotate that. You can rotate 360 if you wanted to. Overall, it's a pretty decent figure. But like I say, these bodies are like lint magnets. You can see there's already tons of lint on the body already. They're paying the butt to get out. You have to get some lint rollers to get these out because, yeah, it's a pain in the butt. And also, since this is like a silicone body, this particular type of silicone body, the sculpt is a little bit soft. You can see the definition, but this is nowhere as sharp as what you can see on Hot Toy figures. Like on Hot Toy figures, the lines are just super, super sharp. So that's something that Hot Toy have done to surpass, the TBLeague. You can see the definition, but if you compare this to a Hot Toy figure, the definition of a Hot Toy figure is definitely a lot more defined or sharper. So yeah, overall, pretty nice figure. These figures are about like $50 cheaper than a Hot Toy figure. So, I mean, you do get a very good value from these figures if you're into collecting, female figures. Female figures that are not based on any type. Well, technically, some of their figures are based on comic books, like American comic books. You have Lady Death, like anything that's not Marvel or DC. It's like, the other comic book companies. Because I guess it's easier to get licensing from those companies since they really don't have a lot of, they're just not that popular, I guess. So overall, very nice figure. Yeah, things around like 180, 170, 180. I think it's a pretty good value. A lot cheaper than Hot Toys. If you're into non-Marvel, non-DC characters, these are pretty good. But I'm pretty sure everybody just wants licensed characters. So yeah, it is what it is. So that's pretty much it for this review. I will do a comparison between Athena with the Hot Toys Wonder Woman and see which Greek goddess or Amazon or whatever is better. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.